We have different types of data. There's data that's derived from panels. There's data that's derived from set-top box viewership. And now the latest and newest data, which has actually been around for a few years now, is ACR data that's available from smart TV providers and manufacturers. Each source of viewing data, if you will, has its own virtues and benefits, and they have challenges as well. You know, panels tend to be more on the smaller side, but they go really deep in terms of being able to get a vast amount of information about the individual members of the panels. Panels can typically go down in terms of Nielsen, can go down to the person level, and that is a powerful thing for the TV advertising ecosystem. When you begin to shift to set-top box data, what you're doing to a certain extent is you're moving away from person level measurement to household level measurement. So ComScore, for example, is primarily household level measurement. So, but it gets you closest to census level. And census level means you can get into the multiple tens of millions of households tracking what they're viewing. The downside with set-top box data is you are missing over-the-air viewership, which is basically people that watch broadcast networks, not through a cable set-top box. And then also the set-top boxes as viewing data sources, they don't have over-the-top or connected TV viewership. So you know, that's missing a little bit of or a lot of viewership potential there. And then you get into the ACR data universe. And so with ACR, you're definitely able to get down to second-by-second level viewership information. Not all set-top box data or allows you to get to second level information. Some of it lets you get to minute level information. Some of it lets you get to quarter hour. You know, it is possible to get to second by second in the set-top box data universe, but ACR by nature defaults to that very, very granular level. What's interesting about ACR in terms of the challenges that you have there is you have US population coverage, you have how is identity resolved. So with set-top box data and panel-based data, you have typically at a minimum you have the mailing address of the household, but with ACR you may have some user registration information, or it may be matched to IP address, home IP address. So it's a different level of identity resolution and matching there. So obviously this creates three distinct and different ways to track viewership with different levels of granularity for TV. ACR not only allows viewership of what you're watching through your cable operator, it would potentially, provided your TV set's connected to the internet, it would allow you to also capture over-the-air viewership. But what's even more interesting is it could combine that with connected TV viewership, so Apple TV, Roku, Xbox, etc. Different sources, different capabilities, and then on top of that you have different data sets that are matched to those three different types of viewership measurement. And so, you know, it's exciting, it's diverse, it's a little bit of a Wild West environment, it creates a lot of opportunity, but it's going to be a while for the industry to normalize and accept what is good and what is great. And I would add on top of that you know, from a ecosystem perspective, we're primarily, from Fox Networks Group's perspective and OpenAP, we're primarily focused on solving the problem of how do we activate data on television quality inventory, okay? And that could be through optimized linear, on linear where everyone sees the same ad. It could be through addressable, where ads are tailored down to the household level. It could be, you know, digital, which is down to the device or individual level. And so the real focus is on activating the data. Today, it's all about being able to figure out how many impressions are available to sell and how many impressions ended up being delivered against that precision target. We're still solving the problem of providing unduplicated reach with a high level of veracity against those linear precision audience targets. After we really get these solutions in place that solve those problems, I think the marketplace is going to have an opportunity to really focus in on the different sources of viewing data and the different data sets that are matched to those viewing sources. And it's going to create an opportunity for these different data providers to really compete on a level playing field. And we're going to be looking at who actually, you know, has good data that predictably provides, you know, good results, whether that is delivery or it's delivery and matching it against outcomes. So the next step from a marketplace perspective, my personal prediction would be that we're going to be focusing on the quality of the data and the quality of the viewing sources.